Dear students, in my previous video you had learned what the important type of the source documents and what is the use and necessity of the source documents of accountancy. We had learned what we mean by the source documents of accountancy, what are the different types of the source documents, what is a check, and what is the need of these source documents. Let's discuss some other important type of the source documents. First, we will say that example of a voucher. What a voucher is. First of all, we must understand what a voucher is. Voucher is a source document or supporting document which proves that a transaction has taken place. What voucher is? Voucher is a source document or supporting document which proves that a transaction has taken place. Like the other source documents, invoice, bill, cash memo, receipt, check, voucher is also a supporting document. Now, what are the important types of the vouchers? What is the example of voucher? There are number of examples of voucher. There may be debit voucher, there may be credit voucher, there may be transfer voucher. But what a voucher is? First of all, we have to understand. Again, voucher is a support document or voucher is a source document which supports that a transaction has taken place. Example of voucher: debit voucher, credit voucher, then transfer voucher. What is a compound voucher? The compound voucher shows multiple debits on one side and one credit on other side, or vice versa of this. That means one debit and multiple credits on one side and one debit on another side of a transaction. Sometimes a compound or complex transaction has taken place with reference to one common account. For example, salaries paid, rent paid, commission paid in cash. Now all the three important accounts, they are associated with one common account, that is cash account. For such type of the cases, we can frame a compound voucher. So a compound voucher shows maybe multiple debits, means more than one debits or one credit, or vice versa, more than one credit and only one debit. So a compound voucher is that voucher which shows the multiple debits on one side and one credit on another side of a transaction, and multiple credits on one side and one debit on the another side of transaction. What are the different types of the voucher? As I have already shared with you, there may be debit voucher, credit voucher, transfer voucher. Debit voucher means when you debit to someone. When credit voucher, when you give credit to someone. Then depreciation charge on machinery, which accounting voucher will be prepared for it? Understand, when we would have no cash transactions involved over there, then a transfer voucher is to be prepared. A transfer voucher or a non-cash voucher will be prepared for depreciation charged on machinery, because on one side it includes the depreciation as part of expenses or loss, and on the other side it is the asset, that is the machinery. So a non-cash voucher will be prepared, so it is called as the transfer voucher. Likewise, important question: what is the value involved in recording transactions on the basis of the source documents? A very important value on the basis of which the whole concept of the source documents being developed, that is known as a very easy and very simple verifiable objective evidence. The value involved in recording transactions on the basis of source document is the guarantee of transactions happening and ethics. Guarantee of transactions means that it is the genuineness, it is the factuality, it is the originality that a transaction has taken place, and as per the part of accounting ethics, it is to be done. Is a cash memo a source document or an accounting voucher? Cash memo is a source document because it is originated from the third party. Cash memo is a source document because it is originated from some third party. Likewise, whether cash memo is a source document or an accounting voucher, it is not accounting voucher, because accountants, in order to record the entries in the books of account, to give debit, credit, or to make transfer entries, they prepare the accounting voucher. Vouching is very important aspect of accounting, but the cash memo is originated from the third party, so it is a source document. Then Suruchi bought a mobile for rupees 20,000. The shopkeeper gives a rough bill instead of giving one for his bill book. Which values are not followed by the shopkeeper? You understand that sometimes when you buy from the market, the seller they does not issue the proper bill or the proper invoice or cash memo on rough paper or on some journal common paper. They mention the detail. So it is wrong. Which values are ignored by the shopkeeper? He had ignored the requirement of law. It is mentioned here law, it is not requirement of law, and the transparency, reliability of the transaction. So shopkeeper must issue proper invoice or the proper cash memo for the transaction. Mention few common source documents. There are number of the source documents which are originated. They may be cash memo, invoice and bill, receipt, debit note, credit note, paying slip, check. What we mean by the debit note? In the coming lessons, you will understand when the business has to give debit to someone, the debit note is issued. Likewise, credit note is issued when the credit is to be given to someone. Debit note may be issued with a reference to the purchase return, that party is to be given debit and goods are returned. Credit should be given again to the customer for the sales return, goods returned by the seller. Paying slip when cash or check is deposited into the bank. And check, as already shared with you, check is a written document drawn to bank to pay decided sum of amount to the person, name written on it. So dear students, this way we had understood the meaning of the source documents, different type of the source documents. We had also learned the meaning of the voucher, different type of the vouchers, and what is the need of issue of these important source documents. I request you, in your book different specimens are given for important type of the source documents. Definitely you must go through to them. For example, invoice and bill, cash memo, paying slip, or other type of the vouchers. Debit note is there, credit note is there, because their understanding is very important, and as a part of your project we will give you the specimen of preparation of all those documents. You can prepare them, but understanding is very important for all those important documents. So this way we had also covered a very important lesson of source documents, meaning of source documents, type of the source documents, need of the source documents, different types of the source documents, what important type of the vouchers is there, why vouchers are prepared, what is the need of preparation of those different type of the vouchers. Thank you very much. That's all for today's. Take care of yourself and your dear and dears. And in case you had any type of the query, any type of the doubt, you may please send it me on my WhatsApp number. I will be available for your help as and when you need for it. I also request you, dear students, please maintain the registers and record all the information which I share with you, and practice the numerical problems which I will tell you that you have to do for that. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.